Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Are you sick of all the madness and hassle of traditional fundraisers? Well, then let us give you a big, warm welcome to the Tap and Pay Plus fundraising app. Thanks to Tap and Pay Plus, it's now easy for your team or group to gain online donations from supporters anywhere. Simply shop, earn, and support the team every single day. Learn more about our simple and easy fundraising app at www.tapandpayplus.com.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyync.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Two teams are looking to maintain pace in the Region 3 standings. The Knights come in looking for their third straight victory, while the Bobcats are looking to bounce back from a tough loss a week ago. The Allegheny Grill of Foxburg presents high school football on the YDL Sports Network as Seneca hosts Eisenhower. Next. You're watching high school sports on the YDL Sports Network. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in here to Wattsburg, the home of the Seneca Bobcats tonight, as the Bobcats will host Eisenhower in a District 10 Region 3 matchup. Both of these teams come into this contest 4-2 overall. The Knights are 2-1 in region play, while the Bobcats are 1-1 in region play. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. Come check out the new indoor-outdoor wood frame event center. The Allegheny Grill was recently voted the #1 waterfront restaurant in Pennsylvania. Find out why. AlleghenyGrill.com. This is the Casella pregame show. Fans are an essential part of any team. Visit Casella.com to join our team today. Casella, our people, your team. Tonight's game stream is brought to you by Oil Country Crates. Your products, our protection, oilcountrycrates.com. And you are on the drive to the game powered by Warren Tire Center. Warren Tire Center, make sure you get to the game in comfort. WarrenTireCenter.com. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Seneca High School. Brian Hagberg and Cody Elms with you on the YDL Sports Network. And Cody, we could be in for a quick one here tonight. Both of these teams, though evenly matched, run similar style offenses. Don't anticipate, I'm going to say this now, you're going to call me on it later. Don't anticipate to see a whole lot of passing attempts here tonight. Both of these teams very effective running the football. And both of them right there, right behind Mercyhurst Prep in the Region 3 standings. Mercyhurst Prep is 2-0. Again, Eisenhower 2-1. Seneca is 1-1. Lost to the Lakers a couple of weeks ago, did the Bobcats, so they really need a win here to maintain pace in the region standings.
Yeah, if for nothing else, just playing from a player perspective is motivation. Going forward to continue to be in that race. To fall down to 1-2 in Region 3 would that's a little defeating and can weigh on you. So this is a big game for both of these teams. And you're right. I expect to see a lot of ground game tonight. A little bit of mix-in pass there from Jacob Zach. But for the most part, I think it's going to be a ground game.
Again, I mentioned Seneca comes into this one off a tough loss last week to Fairview, 13-9. The Bobcats fall to the Tigers. They were limited to just 162 total yards in that one. A big defensive battle. I mean, Fairview only had 184, I believe, total yards in that game. So not a lot of offense in that one. Seneca this year is averaging 26.2 points per game, holding their opponents to just a tick under 15 at 14.7 points per game. And it could be another big day for the Bobcats defense against an Eisenhower offense that the last couple of weeks seems to have found its footing, though against opponents that are struggling this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of interesting when you look at these two teams head to head. For not Union City, sorry about that. For both of these teams, they've both played Sagertown and Union City. Eisenhower beat both, or the score differential for Eisenhower was 48-20. The score differential for Sagertown against those two teams was 75-7. That's a big difference in offensive power. This for Seneca, though, their first three games of the season, they were 3-0. They had 107. They outscored their opponents 107-26, and then they lost that game to Mercyhurst. Since then, they're 1-1 and scoring 29-27. So they dropped down from 107-26 to 29-27 between the next two games. Their first three games, they averaged 9 yards per rush. Their last three games, they've averaged 4.4 yards per rush. Their carries have increased from 115 to 132 between the two halves, yet their yards decreased 961 to 582. That's 379-yard drop on the ground game. So that, to me, as far as these two teams and a tale of two halves of the season so far, I think the Bobcats have been hit harder than I would say Eisenhower has improved, if that makes sense.
And again, quality of opponent makes a difference.
Oh, yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Obviously. And, we've seen that the last couple of weeks. Eisenhower, a couple of big wins, first against Cochranton and then last week against Union City, 34-7. The Bears defeated the Knights. And, sometimes that's what it takes to get a young offense, especially as Eisenhower has this year, the ability to get rolling, build some confidence and momentum. They came out of the gate, had a couple of tough opponents in Reynolds. Sagertown played them very tough defensively. And then all of a sudden you get into that stretch where it's Cochranton and Union City, and you start to think, hey, we can do this. And you build some confidence, and maybe that carries over. But again, early in the season, turnovers were killing them. The last couple of weeks, they haven't turned the football over. And that makes all the difference for an offense. If you're staying on the field, extending drives, more likely to put points on the board. Where if you're turning the ball over, it's real tough to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, absolutely. In the first two games, Eisenhower had 0 rushing touchdowns. In the last 4 games, they have 11. So that is a stark difference in their ground game. A lot of that has been backed up by quarterback Caleb Jacobzak, who has just had a pretty strong year on the ground. He's leading the Knights with 452 yards on 57 carries, averages 7.5, and he's got 5 of those scores himself.
Yeah. Well, and coming on strong over the last couple of weeks, Logan Penley, their primary ball carrier with Jacobzak, hands it off. He's right behind him, 443 yards. So it's kind of a race for the team lead right now. But, they're really going to need somebody else. And another one, we mentioned this a couple of weeks ago when we did that game against Cochranton. Joe Gelati's kind of carved himself out a role on this offense. And, I mentioned it. late in that Cochranton game, he's starting to assume the what I call the Keegan Ekstrom
Yes.
role. You know, when Eisenhower, those years the last few years when they were going to the District 10 championship game and just racking up points after points after points, Ekstrom was that X factor guy that they could give that to him on a little end around or a jet sweep or a little pass, and then next thing you know, he's got the ball 5 yards in the backfield, and then you turn and look, and he's in the end zone.
Absolutely, and let's not forget that he had what I believe it was a 78-yard touchdown run that was what ended up being called back. He's definitely a different dynamic for that ground game and an added weapon when the defenses think that they can kind of crowd that middle of the field. He has the speed and the athleticism to break through that first line, and then he's off to the races.
And on the flip side, quarterback Rylan Harwood for the Bobcats, not doing a lot through the air, just 139 yards, couple of touchdowns, 3 interceptions on so far this season, but he's carried the ball almost 100 times, 95 carries, 680 yards, and 10 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, he's the strength of their ground game, but kind of like that Penley to Jacob, Zach, you've got Moats behind him with 73 carries, 482 yards, averaging 6.6 a carry and 6 touchdowns himself. Both of those guys have 3 games where they've ran for over 100 yards. So they're both huge weapons, and if you try to, it's so eerie how similar these two teams are, because you have to think when game planning for each other, how would we play ourselves?
Right.
Because that's essentially what we're looking at here. If we shut down the quarterback, the running back's going to get us. If we shut down the running backs, the quarterback's going to get us. And it's all on the ground. Jacob Zach has a couple of 100-yard passing games, but for the most part, they're about even in the passing game as well.
With that, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Casella pregame show at Allegheny Grill at Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like Original Pan, Original Stuffed Crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
With locations in Chippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
If you're looking to enhance your current skills or gain an entirely new skill set, Now is the time to register for classes at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. For 40 years, the Warren Forest High Ed Council has been providing education services in Warren and Forest County. The November 2024 schedule includes creating a holiday brunch, generating a resume using AI, first aid, AED, and CPR training, and online workforce training classes. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register. Seneca Bobcats marching band with our national anthem, and got some. I missed them. Sorry, we got some fireworks going on in the end zone there for the Bobcats. I apologize, I was a little late on the draw with the camera. And you were back on the Casella pregame show. And now let's take a look at our All-American Custom Apparel and Engraving players to watch. All-American Custom Apparel and Engraving can put almost anything on almost everything. AllamericanHQ.com.
For the Knights, it's Caleb Jacobzak. He has 336 yards in the air, 452 yards on the ground, 7 total touchdowns this season. On defense, he's tied for second with 40 tackles and tied with Joe Gelati in interceptions with 3. Jacobzak also averages 35.5 yards per punt. He's vital in every level of the Knights game and will need to continue that tonight. On the Bobcats side, it's defensive tackle Joe Brennan. We haven't talked about him yet, but he's leading the Bobcats in tackles with 47, 8 tackles for loss, leading again. Sacks, 4, leading again. And fumble recoveries with 3. The 5'11", 240-pound senior has proven he can be a menace to offenses. The Knights have had some struggles and issues at center, and I expect Brennan to be disruptive all night because of it.
All right, those are our All-American Custom Apparel and Engraving players to watch, allamericanhq.com. Now let's take a look at our Allstate Insurance and David Jones Agency keys to the game. Dave Jones will always help you make the right decisions with your insurance needs. Call him today at 814-223-4000.
For the Bobcats, their rushing attack the last 2 weeks especially has been far lower than in the previous 4. In last week's loss to Fairview, they had their lowest team rushing total of 110 yards of the season. The Bobcats need to get the ground game to come back on track and to win tonight and finish the season strong. On the Knights side, the Knights have to put the ball on the ground. The Knights have put the ball on the ground 11 times this season. They've thrown 3 interceptions, have had major issues with penalties at times very costly. I've said this before, but they need to play clean football. This game tonight, if they make these mental mistakes, it will cost them.
Those were our Allstate Insurance and David Jones Agency keys to the game. That'll wrap up the Casella pregame show. Our first quarter tonight is brought to you by Generational Wealth Management. And it is the start of a new quarter, and David Rose is today's first quarter contestant. David has already won a free car wash at the Zip Zap Car Wash. If the Knights score a touchdown during the first quarter, David will win a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. To participate, go to rocketdetails.com. So Eisenhower will receive the opening kickoff. Tanner Lookenhouse back deep for the Knights. And it will be Cameron Beebe doing the kicking for Seneca. Again, Generational Wealth Management first quarter. John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for your investment needs. They offer world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. Find out more at gwm.nm.com. Beebe getting set to kick. And we are underway from Seneca. Lookenhouse takes it just outside the 10. Breaks a tackle and gets across the 30. We get starting field position for Eisenhower.
After Lookenhouse broke that initial tackle, I think he was a little shocked. That guy just kind of slid right off of him. Paused there for a second, was able to get about 8 more yards after that.
Opening possession for the Knights. They'll start
at their own 33. And Jacobsack will start out under center. And keeps it himself, fakes the pitch, and then he's going to get hit and stop for a loss.
Yeah, he might have faked the pitch, but he didn't fake out the Bobcats there. They were all over it.
Looks like a loss of about 4 down to the 29. Make it 2nd down and 14. Couldn't see who was initially in there to make the tackle for Seneca, but a big tackle for loss on the first play from scrimmage. Now Jacobsack in the gun. Low snap. He's under pressure, gets rid of it. Sliding catch is made, just a 4-yard gain for Jaden Chase. Back to the original line of scrimmage. That was Braden Stankovitz in applying pressure for Seneca. Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 10 for the Knights. And the give is to Gelati, and he'll gain a couple, but not anywhere close enough to the first down. Gets out to the 36. A 3-yard pickup for Gelati will make it 4th down and 7. And the Knights will punt. Dominic Buscemi back to receive for Seneca as Jacobsack will drop back for the kick. Kick is away. He gets run into. No flag. And Buscemi muffs the punt. I think Seneca was able to fall on it.
Yeah, I think
and they were.
Buscemi slid right on it, but I thought he was going to call a fair catch there. And looked like maybe he thought about it for a second.
Yeah. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
First possession of the game coming up for Seneca. Starting Bobcats start on their own 34 after forcing a 3-and-out. Key play on that defensive series, a 4-yard loss on first down. And Harwood drops back, sends a man in motion, and he keep it himself, gain about a yard. Lindemuth in on the stop for the Knights. And he's another one you talked about defensively, has come on in the last couple of games for Eisenhower, picked up a couple of sacks, up to 3.5 on the year is Lindemuth. Harwood back to pass. It's caught and then driven out of bounds. That was number 17, Donovan Husenik. Jacobsack on the stop. Will be a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down and looks like about 3. They need to get out to the 44. And Harwood keeps it himself. Under pressure, gets away from one man. He should have enough
just
for the first down.
By about a yard. He was just about a half a step faster than the Eisenhower defenders on that side.
That is a Titan Nesta Builder Supply first down for Seneca. And again, Lindemuth was in there, but Harwood able to just outrun him to the edge and pick up the first down. It's a fresh set of downs now for the Bobcats at their own 45. And Harwood gives this time to Moats. Moats turns the corner. Moats down the sideline. One man to beat. He'll do it. Moats falls into the end zone. 55 yards for the Seneca touchdown.
And Moats was able to just put the Jets on when he got around that outside. And, you know, let's not kid ourselves. Eisenhower has some quick defenders in their secondary, and they were not able to keep up with them.
Outran Gelati down the sideline. Beebe will come on to attempt the extra point. And that kick is up and good. With 8:32 to play, Generational Wealth Management first quarter. Seneca leads Eisenhower 7-0. We'll be right back. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Zach Moats goes 55 yards on the opening possession for the Bobcats. Seneca leads Eisenhower 7-0, 8:32 to play. Generational Wealth Management first quarter. As the Bobcats getting set to kick it away for the second time.
Now the question is, how's Eisenhower going to respond? They got a feel for what the defense of the Bobcats is able to sniff out. That option, they're going to have to work away from that, I think, a little bit. You know, we're at the point in the season where teams have a plethora of game film, and your bread and butter plays might not work so easily now.
Beebe getting set to kick it away. Low line driver taken just outside the 10 by Jacobzak. And Jacobzak tries to get to the opposite sideline, but runs into some traffic at the 29. So now the Knights will try to answer. Eisenhower starts it at his own 29, second possession of the game. Went 3 and out on their first possession. Jacobzak under center. Gives to Penley. Penley's got a big hole and gets out close to first down yardage. Looks like a gain of 8. Bring up 2nd and 2. And much different first down play for to start this series than what they had on the previous possession.
Yeah, and you got to wonder, are they going to try to work a different part of the field there? I don't think the outside's going to work as well, because the Bobcats match up very well when it comes to speed.
Gelati in motion, fake to him. Jacobzak rolling, firing. He's got a man deep, and that's going to be pass interference. Was looking for Jaden Chase, and he got interfered with, so the Knights will get a free first down on the Bruno Iarfito Wrestling Camp penalty.
And the way that ball kind of hung up there and floated, you almost think if that defender would have been able to turn his body a little bit, he'd have been able to make a play on the ball.
The Bruno Iarfito Wrestling Camp in Port Allegheny is the best damn wrestling camp you've never heard of. June 16th to 20th, 2025, teambruno.org. So they will mark off the penalty, and that will put the Knights into Seneca territory at the Bobcats 47. First time Nesta Builder Supply, first down of the game for the Knights. Pitch to Penley. Weaving his way through traffic. And down to the 42, gain of about 5 on first down.
And I like this, that Eisenhower's not really, they don't seem like they're in any sort of panic mode. That quick touchdown didn't startle them or make them nervous. They took a nice shot downfield that was there. Pass interference obviously broke that play up. But overall, they look real cool, calm, and collect right now, just running their offensive scheme.
2nd down and 5. Jacob Zach under center. Fakes to Penley, gives to Ryan Chambers. Ryan Chambers has a big hole, weaving his way through the defense, and has another Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down to the Seneca 30. Buscemi in on the stop for the Bobcats. And, a couple of weeks ago, Ryan Chambers came back from injury, was playing just on the defensive side of the ball. If they can add him to this offense, that's going to be another big boost, another speedy weapon, much like Gelati is.
Yeah, it absolutely keeps the running game fresh.
And give right up the gut. And we've got Nolan Giesing on the carry, lost his helmet, gained about 2 yards. Make it 2nd and 8.
It's 5 different ball carriers so far for the Knights. And as the game progresses, if they're able to mix up those carries like that and kind of keep that those fresh legs, it's going to give them an advantage going into the fourth quarter.
Fake to Giesing, fakes the pitch. Jacob Zach keeps it himself. Gets across the 25 to the 24. Dangerous fake on that. Getting a little fast and loose with the football. But Jacob Zach able to make it a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down and 4.
Well, I think Jacob Zach's comfortable, this far into the season. I think he's comfortable making those decisions, not skittish. And if you're going to make or make a dangerous move, you got to be confident in it, because if you hesitate on something like that, that's when the defense is going to be all over you.
3rd and 4. Would think this is probably 4-down territory for Eisenhower. Give is to Penley. And he's hit immediately after a short gain of about 1. And it is decision time, 4th and 3 at the 23. I know Wilkins has some leg to him, but not sure if they would trust him here. This would be a 40-yard field goal.
I think that you have a dynamic enough quarterback to do something like a bootleg and give him some options. If they bite on his run, then there should be somebody open in the flats or maybe in the corner of the end zone. But I would like to see a bootleg here by Jacob Zach. I think they get the first down if they do it.
Jacob Zach will start under center. Pitches to Penley. Straight pitch, picks up a block. He's going to be close. The ball came out, and Seneca's got it. Big time turnover there for the Bobcats. Penley looked like he was going to be close to first down yardage, and then the ball came out. And that was something we talked about, Cody. First couple of games, the Knights were putting the ball on the turf. They'd gotten away from it the last 2 weeks, and here we are, another turnover. And now Seneca's back in business.
And it ended a strong drive. The 4th and 3, we've seen them convert that numerous times over many years. So, it's not a guarantee, but it's something that Eisenhower is certainly capable of doing.
Ended a strong drive, a nearly 5-minute drive. 3:49 left to play, Generational Wealth Management first quarter. Bobcats now with their second possession, trying to capitalize on the fumble recovery. And Harwood gives to Moats. And not much there. Gain of 1. And the last time Moats touched the ball, he raced 55 yards down the sideline for the touchdown. It'll be 2nd and 9. And again, the give to Moats. And again, short gain. Looks like they'll give him 2 this time out to the 24. It's going to be a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 7.
The defensive stop right now would be huge for Eisenhower. They probably get the ball back somewhere their side of midfield.
Under 3 minutes to go. Generational Wealth Management first quarter from Seneca. The Bobcats lead the Knights 7-0. Trying to convert a 3rd and 7. And Harwood going to keep it himself. He's got a big hole. Ryland Harwood breaks a tackle, still on his feet. And finally is brought down out near the 40. It is a Ty-Nesta Builder Supply. First down, Seneca.
Yeah, and Seneca had trips bunched in here on our side of the field, and Eisenhower, then they faked the handoff to that side, and Eisenhower bit on it hard, and that allowed Harwood to he could have drove a truck through that hole.
Oh, yeah. There's a huge hole on the left side for Harwood. He picks up the first down, and now the Bobcats have it at their own 37. Buscemi split out to the near side, and there's that bunch formation on the far side of the field, Cody, that you were talking about. Harwood looking to throw, looking for Buscemi. Now he's going to take off with it and runs out of bounds at the 42.
Harwood now with 4 carries, 22 yards.
Under 2 minutes to go. Generational Wealth Management first quarter. Bobcats driving, looking to add to their 7-0 lead. Have a 2nd down and 5 at their own 42. And Harwood gives to Moats near side. Breaks the tackle. Moats down the sideline again. This time he's pushed out of bounds. But it'll be another Ty-Nesta Builder Supply first down for Seneca, this time into Eisenhower territory at the Knights 34.
And that carry by Moats, he's got 82 yards on 4 carries right now. Obviously has a big contributor is that touchdown run, but he's got something around the outside that I'm not sure the Knights have an answer for right now.
This drive being built by Ty-Nesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippenville and Ty-Nesta. Online, tynestabuilders.us. Harwood tried a hard count there. Knights nearly bit on it, but he'll drop back. And gives right up the middle this time. That was number 24, Anthony Scalise, on the carry. And he'll gain 4 down to the 30. Under 90 seconds to go. Generational Wealth Management first quarter. Harwood with Scalise to his left. And Harwood will keep it himself. Good read that time by Lindemuth. And now Penley's going to string it out. But Harwood gets away from him.
That went from being a 3 or 4 yard loss to a 4 or 5 yard gain.
I think he got just back to the line of scrimmage because he ran deep in the backfield. So by the time he picked up that 5 yards, it was just back to the line of scrimmage. But great read there by Lindemuth. Had just held the edge, allowed Penley to come up and try to make a play, and Harwood was just able to break the tackle. 1 minute to go, Generational Wealth Management first quarter.
And if you're Eisenhower, you can't get too frustrated with that. You're starting to sniff these plays out, which is a good thing defensively. Now you just have to execute.
Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 6 for the Bobcats. And Harwood keeps up the middle, and he breaks another tackle. And it's another Ty-Nesta Builder Supply first down for Seneca as they enter the Pizza Hut red zone. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza now online at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut.
You know, Brian, before the game started, before we went live on the air, there was a light sprinkle up here. And you got to wonder with this turf if the Knights are just not used to making tackles, if guys are getting a little slick, because they're missing a lot of tackles out there.
First down on the Eisenhower 17. Harwood back to throw. He's going to keep it. And this time he does not escape. Solid tackle there by Ryan Chambers. And tackle for a loss of 3 back to the 20. And that will be the final play of the Generational Wealth Management first quarter. After 1 quarter of play, Seneca 7, Eisenhower nothing. Bobcats knocking on the door. When we come back, Allegheny Grill at Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
We start the Verischetti Holdings second quarter with Seneca facing a second down and 12 from the Eisenhower 20. Bobcats looking to add to their 7-0 lead. And Harwood gives to Moats. Moats around the edge on the right side. Picks up about 7. Down to the 13. And companies within the Verischetti Holdings Group include Phoenix Sintered Metals, Superior Energy Resources, Allegheny Electric Service, and Verischetti & Son Incorporated. Find out more at VerischettiHoldings.com. Tonight's game also being brought to you in part by the Warren Forest Higher Education Council. Find out how they can help you take the next step at high-ed.com.
Moats with 5 carries, 89 yards so far. He's been responsible for a touchdown and 2 first downs.
Seneca going to call a timeout here. We'll take time to tell you it's a new quarter, and Chelsea Burkett is today's second quarter contestant. Chelsea has already won a free car wash at the Zip Zap Car Wash. If the Knights score a touchdown during the second quarter, Chelsea will win a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. To participate, go to rocketdetails.com. And a big Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning third down coming up here for Seneca. Again, they're inside the 15. Got to think this is on a 3rd and 4, unless you get to take a big loss here. This is probably 4-down territory. And even if you take a big loss, probably still going to go for it on 4th down.
I'd say the only difference between taking a big loss and not is the 4th down play. Right now, the Bobcats have 125 yards on the ground. Eisenhower's 39. And total offense, Bobcats have 132. So they are really run heavy right now, and they're finding success doing it.
Yeah, so we come out of the timeout. 3rd and 4. Harwood in the gun. Looks like Moats to his left. And they give to the motion man is Buscemi. And Buscemi breaks a tackle, stretches out, but is going to be short of the goal line. It will be Tynesta Builder Supply, 1st down and goal for Seneca at the 1.
And at least for now, Tanner Lookenhouse saved a touchdown there.
We'll see if Harwood stays under center here. He's been in the gun the whole game. No, he is going to drop back. He's got Scalise, fakes it. Harwood has an open lane, and he is in for the Seneca touchdown. More fireworks for the Bobcats.
And I really like that play call. I like right from the beginning him staying in shotgun. If he would have went under center, that's kind of a tell. Either it's going to be a quick handoff right up the gut, or he's going to do a QB keeper. By staying in shotgun, it just opens up that playbook, and the Knights have to kind of play and be prepared for everything.
BB on for the extra point. The high kick is good. 10:36 to play. Verischetti holding second quarter. Seneca 14, Eisenhower nothing. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
22 years of the best wrestling camp you've never heard of. That's the Bruno Alfredo Wrestling Camp, which will be held June 16th through the 20th, 2025 in Port Allegheny, PA, and will feature a star-studded lineup of clinicians. And don't forget about the blowout picnic to close out the festivities. It's legendary. Find out more at teambruno.org and like them on Facebook. We'll see you in June in Port Allegheny, PA.
Rylan Hartwood with a 1-yard touchdown run has increased the Seneca lead to 14-0 over Eisenhower. 10:36 to play. Verischetti Holdings second quarter. And the Bobcats getting set to kick it away. And Cody Eisenhower is going to have to find a way, if they want to stay in this one, to finish a drive. Marched all the way down close to the red zone, and then a fumble costly leads to points for Seneca.
Yeah, and that's they're at a point right now where they can still run their offense normally. They don't have to rush or hurry, do anything erratic. However, they are a team that likes to eat up a lot of clock. So they're only going to have so many opportunities before they have to change their offense.
BB kicks it deep. Driven back to the 11. And out to the 25 is Logan Penley.
The Bobcats kickoff teams have been swarming the returners and not allowing them to do anything on these kickoff returns. I think that's 3 now, and the best return the Knights have had was a missed tackle on Tanner Lookenhouse, which started the game.
And they've kicked to somebody different every time.
Yeah, and I didn't even think about that. That's a good point. Mixing it up a little bit. Don't let anybody get comfortable reading this kickoff.
1st and 10, Eisenhower at its own 25, trailing 14-0. 10:26 to go. Verischetti holding second quarter. And Jacobzak keeps it himself. Tried to make a man miss. He gets away momentarily, stays on his feet. Solid run there by Jacobzak. But there is a flag down behind the play. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Jacobzak's towel. I thought it was a flag on the field.
I wondered when the player picked it up there.
Yeah.
It's usually something you don't
I've
see.
been involved in that kind of situation before. It's not good if the player's picking up a flag.
Just telling the referee that he dropped it. And he didn't want him to misplace it.
6-yard gain on first down will make it 2nd down and 4.
And Jacobzak really turned nothing into something on that play, because that could have been pretty catastrophic.
And fumbled snap. Jacobzak going to keep it himself and pushes the pile forward out to the 35. No, the 34. He's going to be a yard shy of the first down. Took a fumbled snap and almost turned it into a first down.
Yeah, and we've seen issues with the center quarterback exchange all year. They've had a couple of different centers, and the issues still remain. At some point, you would have hoped that would have worked itself out, but you're at a point in the season now where that's just going to probably be something that Eisenhower is going to have to just deal with.
So it is 3rd and about 6 inches here. And the give is to Logan Penley off left tackle, and Penley's got a big hole out to the 45. That's the Ty Nesta Builder Supply first down for the Knights. And you like the confidence going right back to Penley on a key play in the series right after he fumbled.
Oh, I think you have to. And like I said, we don't know what the field conditions are like, but a little bit of rain on a turf field can be pretty
pretty drastic
difficult.
temperature drop
Yes.
from the time. I mean, I got here about 5 o'clock, and Gelati goes in motion. Jacobzak back to throw under pressure, fires down the field looking for Gelati, and over his head. And this is something we haven't seen a lot of, Cody. We've done a number of Eisenhower games this season, and they haven't taken shots down the field like they have in the first half.
I like the idea of it, especially if you're trying to get that running game going. Instead of just pounding play after play after play and watching your yards go down 2 by 2, stretch that defense out. Make them at least respect your passing game. They don't have to fear it, so to speak, but they have to respect it.
2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass at the Eisenhower 45. And they'll pitch to Penley. Penley picks up a couple of blockers and gets out to just shy of midfield. And it'll bring up a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down and 6.
And I got to think here, if they get within a yard of the first down marker, it's going to be 50-50 if they go for it on 4th.
Well, the way right now that Seneca's offense has kind of manhandled the defense, you got to keep your offense on the field as much as possible.
Oh, absolutely. And it hasn't been physically manhandling him. It's been with their speed.
Jacobzak in the gun on this 3rd down, looking to throw. Under pressure, and he's going to be hit and dropped for a loss. It's a sack for Seneca. Number 56, Nick Olson, gets the stop. And that will take all decision-making off the table here. Loss of, looks like about 8 on the sack, and Jacobzak will drop back to punt. And Buscemi back to receive. Gets the kick away. Drives Buscemi back to the 15.
Oh, Joe Gelati hanging on to the jersey there.
And Buscemi gets back to the 20.
Able to slow him up just enough for the rest of the Knights to get down there. But Joe Gelati was hanging on for dear life.
You could see that jersey just come. I'm surprised the jersey held on, to be honest.
Absolutely.
Solid. We've got to find out who makes Seneca's uniforms. Give them a raise. We'll be back in 15 seconds.
Tap and Pay Plus is fundraising for the 21st century. Nothing to sell, nothing to hand out, nothing to do other than shop like you normally do. Have everybody that you know download the Tap and Pay Plus fundraising app and use it to pay at any of our 300 plus national brand partners. Then watch the money roll in. Learn more at tapandpayplus.com.
Seneca with a chance now to take a 3-score lead. 7:10 to go. Verischetti holding second quarter, 1st and 10 from its own 20. And Harwood gives to Scalise. Gains about 3. Penley on the stop for the Knights.
Bobcats come into this drive. They came into it with 138 yards on the ground, and we've still got 6.5 minutes to go.
Yeah, Knights got to find a way if they're going to stay in this one to get a stop on this drive. Seneca almost feel like he could put the game away right here. Oh, big stop in the backfield. Number 62, Aiden Habach for the Knights blew that play up. Loss of 2. Habach was back there almost as soon as Scalise got the football. So now it's a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 9. When you get backed up on 3rd and long, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning to get you moving again. Online, lutonsplumbing.com.
Bobcats are really spreading out this offense.
Harwood looking to throw. Under pressure, it's a screen to Buscemi. Shakes a tackle. Buscemi picks up a block down the sideline and driven out of bounds, but not before. He's got another Tie Nesta Builder Supply first down for Seneca. And there it is, Cody, that speed you talked about.
Yeah, once they get into the open field, and Eisenhower secondary has speed, and that just shows how quick these Bobcats are, that when they get into the open field, they're outrunning and outmaneuvering the Knights.
First down at the Seneca 46. And just, again, Cody, this defense's inability to get off the field on third down really could put the Knights in jeopardy here, because Seneca will get the ball to start the second half as well. Give is to Moats. And Moats gets out close to midfield. A little extracurricular there, and nothing doing between Chambers and Usenik.
Little bit of extracurriculars, okay.
Ball right at midfield. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Moats so far here in the first half, 7 carries, 105 yards already. Responsible for the game's first points, has 3 first downs.
And is now the sidecar to Harwood's right. And the give to him again. And another gaping hole for Moats, and touchdown saving tackle there. I think that was Jacobzak that got him.
It was, and it really was a touchdown saving tackle. There was nobody, maybe one defender, but after seeing Moats' speed so far this half, I don't think that would have been an issue.
It is a Tie Nesta Builder Supply first down for Seneca back into Eisenhower territory. This drive being built by Tie Nesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippenville and Tie Nesta, online at tienestabuilders.us. In fact, our broadcast partner Chris Rossetti made a little purchase down at Tie Nesta Builder Supply today. Had to get some supplies before his game down in Clarion. And Harwood looking to throw. Fires over the middle. He's got Buscemi. And Buscemi takes it down inside the Pizza Hut red zone to the 15. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza now online at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the hut. And Cody, the striking thing really has been the ease with which Seneca has moved down the field.
Yeah, and them adding a passing attack to an already strong running game, that does not bode well for the Knights trying to make a comeback.
1st and 10 at the Eisenhower 15. We're under 4 minutes to play. Verschetti holding second quarter. And Harwood going to keep it himself. Lindemuth giving chase. And they spin him out of bounds. Gelati's the one who actually ran him out of bounds. But again, and apologize, that was 6, not 9. That was Jaden Chase who initially read that again. So we've seen that a couple of times with the Eisenhower defense is read that keeper and strung it out. And this time they were able to get Harwood out of bounds for a short loss.
Yeah, the way that the Bobcats offense has been rolling down the field, I think the Knights right now desperately need a turnover to just stop momentum, if nothing else.
Buscemi in motion. Harwood keeps, makes a man miss, and gets down to the 12. So another Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning third down coming up on this drive. It'll be about 7. Moats, the sidecar to Harwood's left. And the give is to Moats. And Moats is close to the first down. It'll depend on the spot, but I think he's got it. And they're going to bring the sticks. No, they say it is a Tie Nesta Builder Supply first down. Thought they were going to bring the sticks out. The official on the near side was signaling fourth down, and then the referee came in and looked and said, no, that is a first down. It is a Tie Nesta Builder Supply first and goal for the Bobcats from the 6.
And that's just brutal because the Knights really could have benefited from forcing a fourth down and trying to get the ball back on a turnover on downs and just kind of stopping the bleed a little bit.
And now the Bobcats will have 4 shots, 2:20 to go. Verschetti holding second quarter. They send Buscemi in motion. Fake to him. Harwood keeps, dodges, ducks, dives, touchdown. Rylan Harwood, his second of the game. BB on to attempt the extra point. And that kick is good. 2:09 to play. Verschetti holding second quarter. Seneca 21. Eisenhower nothing. It's Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network. Rylan Harwood with a 6-yard run has put Seneca in front of Eisenhower 21-0. 2:09 to go. Verschetti holding second quarter. And don't forget, the Bobcats will get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, I think right now, if you're the Knights, you're just trying to maybe try to hit a big play going down the field. You've thrown it deep a couple of times. Try to get down there and at the very least get into a position where you might be able to kick a field goal, get some points on the board. You hate to go in down 3 scores with a goose egg under the visitor.
Well, and at the very least, you want to run out this second quarter clock. You don't want to give the ball back to Seneca with the way they've been able to move the football. Kick is deep. It'll be Penley at the 15. Shakes a tackle and gets out to the 30.
Noticing on that, they kick this like line drive type of kickoff, which doesn't give your kickoff team a lot of time to get down the field. And that just shows the depth of speed on this Bobcats team, because these guys are getting down there and making tackles at the 30, inside the 30 on line drive kickoffs. I mean, these aren't sky kicks we're talking about here. So that's a lot of speed for the Knights to handle, and they're going to have to figure out a way to deal with it.
1st and 10 at the Eisenhower 30, 2:04 to play. Verschetti holding second quarter. A little flinch there that I think Gelati got away with, and Jacobzak is run down from behind. We got a flag coming in at the end of that play.
I don't know. I think the Knights might have been happier with the false start.
Well, this penalty could be the way it came in late. It's either a hold or a defensive penalty there. No, it's an illegal shift that they call. That flag came in way late. And then a face mask at the end, so they offset.
Okay.
So we will replay the down.
That play did take it under 2 minutes.
So I thought Gelati got away with a little shit. I mean, he just turned his shoulders.
Yeah.
But they called that, instead of a false start, they called it an illegal shift. We replay first down. 1:40 to go. Verschetti holding second quarter. Jacobzak in the gun, sends Gelati in motion, fakes to him, gives to Penley. And Penley avoided a tackle in the backfield and then gains about 2 yards.
Yeah, and I got to think that right now they're doing what you alluded to, just run this clock down, get in the locker room, regroup, and reset.
Are you surprised that Seneca's not taking some timeouts here?
A little bit, yes. But if you take a timeout, that then might change the way Eisenhower approaches. Eisenhower's trying to get to the half. If I'm Seneca up 3 scores, I let him get to the half. Take a timeout, trying to get the ball back. Now the Knights might say, okay, we're going to take some shots downfield. That could backfire. It's a mild risk, but maybe I'm looking a little too deep into it. I've been known to do that.
2nd down and 8. 2 receivers to each side. Jacob Zach looking to throw. Under pressure, gets it away. Deep, it's picked off. Donovan Husenik with the interception for Seneca.
And that's Jacob Zach's 4th interception this season.
36 seconds left here in the Veriskety Holdings second quarter. And Jacob Zach threw that one into traffic, and Husenik came up with it. Seneca will start at its own 37 and has 2 timeouts.
You've got to wonder, they have passes of 15, 27 yards. I mean, their passing game has so far been perfect, what little we've seen of it.
Harwood looking to throw. Has time. Now he's going to keep it. Steps up. Shakes and gets out of bounds. Gain of 5. And only took 6 seconds off the clock. Well, and you got to think with a dual threat quarterback like Harwood, you got to think maybe one read here and just take off with it.
And he seems pretty comfortable doing that. And if you're the Knights, you got to keep that in the back of your mind that you can play this. You can play a sort of prevent defense. You don't want to give up the score, but at the same time, you might end up giving up 20, 30 yards to the quarterback running the ball. So it's not a good position the Knights find themselves in.
Moats the sidecar. Harwood looking to throw. Steps up. Has some space, trying to throw, and now he's going to get hit and sacked.
Oh, that ball's on the
Lindemuth
ground.
pops the ball out, and they're going to say, no, he was down. And I think Seneca right now might just let this second quarter clock wind out after the loss of 5 on the sack by Lindemuth.
Yeah, if that would have been a fumble and the Knights were able to pick it up, they was pay dirt from there, and then you got a little different game going into the half.
So at the end of the first half, your score, Seneca 21, Eisenhower nothing. We will be back with the Tap and Pay Plus halftime show, Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information.
You've got dreams, might even be something big. Imagine what you could do with the right solutions. Secured against evolving threats and set up to make the right decisions faster. At Acrisure, we help protect and grow everything you've worked so hard to build. We are the brightest people using the best of technology. We are an extraordinary advantage for you. We are Acrisure.
For all your automotive needs, look no further than the Warren Tire Center. From new tires to tire repairs, PA state inspections, wheel alignments, and auto detailing, there's so much more that we can do for you, and there's no reason to go anywhere but the Warren Tire Center in Warren, Pennsylvania. With over 40 years of serving the Warren and surrounding communities, it's always been a great day at the Warren Tire Center. We offer same-day service and walk-ins are welcome. Open Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m., the Warren Tire Center can be reached at 814-723-8050 and on the web at warrentirecenter.com. Allegheny Electric Service of St. Mary's has been providing industrial and commercial electrical solutions for over 35 years. They offer complete design, build, installation, and maintenance of automated systems for a variety of industries. Allegheny Electric designs and installs wiring and lighting for any size project, big or small. And when you find yourself in a jam, they'll get your machine or facility back up and running in no time. Call Allegheny Electric Service at 814-781-1940 or visit AlleghenyElectric.com.
Have a fender bender? We can mender at Park Avenue Motor Car. Bring your vehicle to Ron and the crew at Park Avenue Motor Car, 7 South Carver Street in Warren, or call 814-726-9728. Park Avenue Motor Car, proudly serving Warren County for 30 years.
Looking for affordable auto, home, and life insurance? Look no further than Allstate Insurance, the David Jones Agency in Clarion and Meadville. At the David Jones Agency, you get personalized attention from someone who lives where you do. The David Jones Agency meets you where you are. They are available during regular business hours Monday through Friday at their office, via appointment at the office after hours, or remotely. The David Jones Agency also offers investment opportunities, including annuities and IRAs. The David Jones Agency can be reached in Clarion at 814-223-4000 and in Meadville at 814-337-5107.
Welcome into the Tap and Pay Plus halftime show. Your score at the half here from Seneca, the Bobcats 21, Eisenhower nothing. Tap and Pay Plus is fundraising made easy. Earn more funds in less time with nothing to sell, hand out, or collect. Find out more at tapandpayplus.com. That's tap, the letter N, payplus.com. And Cody, this is, we were kind of talking during the break there that this was maybe not quite what we expected to see here, especially that ability for Seneca to open things up with the passing game.
I think that might be the scariest thing for the Knights that they're going to discuss at halftime is you expected Seneca to come with a strong ground game. You expected Harwood to be a dynamic quarterback, but you did not expect them, although it's only 3 for 3, but they have 49 yards and 2 of those passes have been for first downs. That is not something that the Knights defense expected, nor do they need when they're trying to make a 3-score comeback. Because even if the Knights are able to stop the Bobcats on their opening drive to open up the second half, go down the field and score, if the Bobcats can hit you both in the air and on the ground, I don't know how you come back.
Yeah. Well, you know, and right now that fumble deep in Seneca territory is looming large because that drive looked like one where Eisenhower might be able to punch it in, tie the ball game at 7, and then even if Seneca scores again, it's still just a 1-score game. Now all of a sudden you fumble it, the Bobcats go right down the field and quickly and make it a 2-score game, and then now your offense is maybe put in a position where it feels like it has to press more or do some things it's not really comfortable doing.
And for the most part, it's been positive where Jacob Zach puts the offense on his shoulders and makes plays, makes something out of nothing. But right now, he probably feels that necessity to do so, and the plays just aren't there.
Well, and you know, some of the other things that we saw too, a lot of credit to Seneca. You know, Zach Moats showing off the wheels on that first touchdown, 55 yards down the sideline. And Harwood's been next to impossible for the Knights to bring down so far.
Yeah, Moats with 119 yards on the ground, averaging 13.2, obviously helped with runs of, I believe, 24 and 58. But, you know, that's just on 9 carries. And then Harwood has an honest 43 yards on 12 carries, but he does have the 2 touchdowns. Between the Harwood and Moats, they have 8 of the Bobcats' 10 first downs. I mean, those 2 are really carrying the weight on that offense, and they're doing it with ease.
No, and defensively, you know, Seneca's the times that Jacob Zach has dropped back to pass, Seneca's been in the backfield almost immediately. And they're putting pressure on him and not really giving him a chance to throw. We've seen, you know, again, we've seen Eisenhower kind of uncharacteristically taking some shots down the field. And the first time they drew a pass interference penalty, got them down into Seneca territory. Mm-hmm. But then the next one was kind of overthrown. The next 2 were actually overthrown, and the third one was picked off.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what they've seen on the 6 weeks of game film that exists for the Bobcats, but Caleb Jacob-Zach has a lot of positive things, but I don't know if a permanent pocket passer is one of them. He does his best work when he's rolling out to either side of the field where he has that option to run or pass. And he has made some phenomenal throws on the run. Dropping him back and letting the receivers get downfield and taking those deep shots, in theory, probably sounds nice, but it's not working. It's not there. And I don't think he's particularly comfortable doing it.
Yeah. And it's, when we've seen him be successful as a passer, it's been, the quick drops, quick throws, get it to his receivers and let them make plays in space. And again, just kind of uncharacteristic taking deep shots down the field.
Yeah, and one thing we haven't seen tonight that I believe we've seen in almost every Eisenhower game since we started broadcasting together is a screen. The Knights typically run 2 or 3 screens a game, maybe more if they're working real well. But we haven't seen a screen yet tonight. And usually, I got to say, typically they go to Penley. He's been carrying the workload, running the ball with 5 carries and 29 yards. He's averaging 5.8 yards per carry. But behind him, there's just no running game. And then when your passing game's not working, it's tough. The Eisenhower Knights certainly have an uphill battle here in the second half.
And with that, let's take a look now at our Janie Montgomery Scott and Clarion halftime stats. No matter where you are in life, just starting out, in your peak earning years, nearing retirement, or contemplating your legacy, we're here for you. When you work with us, it's about going beyond investing. It's about connecting your life and your finances. JanieClarion.com.
So I was just talking about the Knights. We'll start with them. 16 offensive plays, 60 total offensive yards, 4 passing, 56 on the ground. Their average is 3.8 yards per carry. Jacob Zach threw an interception. They have 4 total first downs, 2 fumbles, and they lost 1. No penalties yet on the Knights, which is, of all the things that have gone wrong for the Knights, that is a positive. No penalties.
Only 1 flag in the entire first half, and it was a double penalty that was negating.
Yeah, there was one other one on the Bobcats. I believe it was a pass interference.
Right. Yes.
But other than that, it's been a pretty clean game. Jacob Zach 5 carries for 4 yards. Logan Penley, the leading rusher, with 5 carries, 29 yards, and Ryan Chambers behind him with 1 carry for 12 yards. Jacob Zach, he's 1 for 3. Like I said, 4 yards in that interception. The only completed pass that he had came to Jaden Chase, who I don't know how to describe the quarterback receiver dynamic right now, but it's just not there, I guess is what I'm trying to say here. On the Bobcats side of the field, 27 offensive plays, so 11 more offensive plays, 216 yards, 49 in the air, 167 on the ground, averaging 8.0 yards per play, 2 plays of over 20 yards, 10 first downs. They have a sack. They do own the game's only penalty. Rylan Harwood, 12 carries, 43 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zach Moats with 9 carries, 119 yards. He's got a touchdown. And Anthony Scalise with 3 carries and 5 yards. Harwood, 3 for 3, 49 yards in the air. And his 2 receivers, 2 of those 3 passes went to Dominic Buscemi for 42 yards.
All right, those were our Janie Montgomery Scott and Clarion halftime stats. Now let's take a look at the Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. You can score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tionesta, online at hunterstation.com.
Well, it's been all Bobcats. Seneca in the first quarter with 8:32 left to go. It was Moats taking it around the Eisenhower side of the field for a 55-yard score. BB got the kick to go up 7-0. In the second quarter at 10:36, Harwood takes it in for the 1-yard run after Moats had a 12-yard carry to put them in that position. The Bobcats went up 14-0 after the BB kick, and Harwood fakes the handoff at 2:09 in the second quarter, and then takes it himself for his second and the Bobcats' third score of the game to go up 21-0 after the BB kick.
That was our Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. Visit them online, hunterstation.com. We will be back with a look at the out-of-town scoreboard and the second half adjustments on the Tap and Pay Plus halftime show. Your score at the half: Seneca 21, Eisenhower nothing.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
What's the recipe for surprising the kids, treating yourself, and ditching dish duty? You're looking at it. Order your Pizza Hut faves like original pan, original stuffed crust, and more at pizzahut.com. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Founded in 1978 and headquartered in Warren, Pennsylvania General Energy has become a leading oil and natural gas producer in the Appalachian Basin. PGE is a proud and growing organization making positive contributions to the region's economy and environment. We are equally proud of our commitment to safety and environmental programs. PGE is a strong, family-oriented company that believes in giving back to the communities in which we live, work, and play. PGE, producing the energy we need, protecting the environment we treasure.
With locations in Chippenville and Tionesta, Tionesta Builder Supply is a full-service home improvement center specializing in everything you need to build or remodel your home. From power tools and accessories to paint and sundries and general hardware merchandise, Tionesta Builders has everything you need to get your project done quickly. Find out more at tionestabuilders.us and like them on Facebook.
If you're looking to enhance your current skills or gain an entirely new skill set, now is the time to register for classes at the Warren Forest High Ed Council. For 40 years, the Warren Forest High Ed Council has been providing education services in Warren and Forest County. The November 2024 schedule includes creating a holiday brunch, generating a resume using AI, first aid, AED, and CPR training, and online workforce training classes. Go to high-ed.org or call 814-723-3222 to register.
And welcome back into the Tap and Pay Plus halftime show. Tap and Pay Plus fundraising made easier and more funds in less time with nothing to sell, hand out, or collect. Find out more. Tap and Pay Plus. That's tap the letter N, payplus.com. And right now, let's take a look at the Pizza Hut out-of-town scoreboard. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza online at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut. Taking a look first over in District 9, second quarter action. Clearfield leading Bald Eagle area 14-0. Bradford is up on Smethport 13-6 at the half. In the second quarter, in a game you can see right here on the YDL Sports Network, Central Clarion all over Brockway 41-0. No report yet between Otto Eldred and Coudersport. Kane leads Brookville 14-7 in the second quarter. Karn City 26, Red Bank Valley 7 second quarter. No report yet Montauk, Keystone, or Moshannon Valley and Kerwinsville. At the half, Port Allegheny leading St. Mary's 15-6. DuBois up 35-6 on Ridgeway in the second quarter. And no report yet from Union AC Valley and Punxsutawney. And in the second quarter, Cameron County leads Sheffield 20-0. In District 10, in the first quarter, it's Cambridge Springs leading Cochranton 14-0. No report yet Conneaut, Slippery Rock, or Corey in Northeast. In the first quarter, Fairview's up 3-0 over LaBeouf. No score or no report yet. Franklin Meadville first quarter. In the second quarter, Harbor Creek leads Girard 7-0. Hickory doubling up Titusville 28-14 in the second quarter. No report yet between Iroquois Northwestern or Lakeview Greenville. First quarter, McDowell leading Cathedral Prep 3-0. No report between Mercer and Sharpsville. Sharon's up on Grove City 7-0 in the first quarter. In the second quarter, General McLean leading Warren 21-0. In a game that was forfeited earlier this week, Farrell over Kennedy Catholic 2-0. Tomorrow in District 10 at 7 o'clock, Erie is at Oil City and Wilmington is at Reynolds. And last night in District 10, a couple of shutouts. Mercyhurst Prep over Union City 47-0, and Sagertown blanks Maplewood 23-0. That has been a look at your out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Pizza Hut. And now let's take a look at the Rehab Center second half adjustments. With 8 locations to serve you, including in Clarion, Brookville, and Katanning, the Rehab Center always makes the right adjustments. The Rehab Center, chiropractors caring for health, online at therehabcenters.com. And that's center spelled the old English way with an R-E-S.
I think for the Eisenhower Knights going into the second half, they need to figure out and establish what their offensive identity is going to be, and then utilize that to try to come back in this game. Right now, they don't have a run game. They don't have a passing game. They got to go with one and try to make the best of it, and hopefully it works out for them. For the Bobcats, I'll be honest, Brian, their only blemish right now is that one penalty. So I guess clean up the penalties. But other than that, no, they're playing a fantastic first half, both offensively, defensively, special teams. They look phenomenal. And if I'm them, I don't make any adjustments until the Knights do.
All right, those were our Rehab Center second half adjustments. The chiropractors caring for health, rehabcenters.com. That's center spelled the old English way with an R-E-S. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with third quarter action here. Seneca leading Eisenhower 21-0, Allegheny Grill, Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
If you're ready to buy or sell your home, then stop in at 4234 Market Street to let one of the agents at Howard Hanna Professionals help. Our friendly and knowledgeable agents can help you find the key to your dream home. Looking for a new career? Howard Hanna Professionals can help there too. Howard Hanna Professionals will assist new and experienced agents with the startup fees for an exciting career in real estate. Call Katrina Laurie at 814-726-2000 for more information.
Here at Casella, we make temporary dumpster rental easy, offering services that are perfect for construction, remodeling, special events, or other short-term projects. Casella dumpsters are available in a wide range of sizes to fit any job. Our dedicated customer service team will help you choose the right size container and service level for your project and schedule hassle-free removal based on your specific needs. The right size dumpster, when you want it, where you want it, removed when you say so.
All right, welcome back. We're just about a minute away from the start of the third quarter here from Seneca, where the Bobcats lead visiting Eisenhower 21-0 District 10 Region 3 matchup. Brian Hagberg, Cody Elms with you on the YDL Sports Network. I want to let you know our third quarter tonight is brought to you by Acrisure. Acrisure, with a location in DuBois, is the official insurance provider of the YDL Sports Network. Find out more at acrisure.com/mid-Atlantic. Tonight's game also being brought to you in part by the Warren Forest Higher Education Council. Find out how they can help you take the next step at high-ed.com. And it is the start of a new quarter. And Marissa Grubbs is today's third quarter contestant. Marissa has already won a free car wash at the Zip Zap Car Wash. If the Knights score a touchdown during the third quarter, Marissa will win a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. To participate, go to rocketdetails.com. Kind of scary, Cody, when kids that you were covering not that long
That's
ago
what I
in
was
high school
just
sports
thinking.
are entering to win free car washes and gift certificates.
Just having flashbacks of basketball and volleyball and softball. Yeah, it gets a little scary when they enter your workplace as interns and stuff. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But as you know, getting older is a topic of conversation, I think, here in the last 24 hours. If I'm not mistaken,
I have no idea what you're
somebody that I know had a birthday yesterday. And pretty sure there were so many candles that Warren Fire Department had to get called into service. Happy 30th, Brian. I don't know how you're younger than me when you coached me, but happy 30th.
You didn't even give me 29, man. I had to go with 30. So the Knights will kick it off to start the Acrisure third quarter. Number 21, Danny Carter III, back deep to receive for Seneca, though if history has taught us anything, it's that this ball probably not going to get back anywhere near the 10-yard line.
Yeah, I guess I didn't think of it, but this is the Knights' first kickoff, so we have yet to see if we're going to go with a deep kick or a squib. We've been I wouldn't be shocked by an onside kick.
Is Bryson Wilkins getting set to kick it away for the Knights. And it is a little squibber, taken at the 30. And Scalise brings it out to the 42.
And I'll be curious to see, we'll know pretty quickly what that conversation was like at halftime for the Knights. If this defense comes out here fired up and popping, we go back a few weeks. We were covering an Eisenhower game and offense was driving down the field. The Knights were on defense, and all of a sudden Penley called a timeout, had a discussion with them, totally changed how that defense was attacking the ball. Got to think that maybe there was a discussion at halftime. So we'll see if they come out fired up.
1st and 10, Seneca at its own 42, leading 21-0. And Harwood gives to Scalise right up the gut, and he's across midfield. And he may have enough for the first down. It'll depend on the spot. They're going to mark it just shy. It'll be 2nd down and about a half a yard after the 9-yard gain by Scalise.
Yeah, and Scalise, of the 3 ball carriers in the first half, Scalise was really the only one that didn't find his footing. So that would just add to the Knights' problems if he's able to start breaking out some big runs.
2nd and 1 for the Bobcats. And they'll give to Scalise again, this time off left tackle, and he's got enough for the Tionesta Builder Supply first down.
Ball is on the Eisenhower 44-yard line.
So just like that, Seneca with a first down and into Eisenhower territory at the Knights 44.
Yeah, and they're doing it right up the gut right now.
And that's a sign, Cody, of a team that's confident and absolutely thinks they control the line of scrimmage.
Oh, yeah. When they don't need counters and fakes and going around the outside, and they can just run it right at you, that's confidence.
Moats around the corner, down the sideline again. Zach Moats, he's pushed out of bounds.
We were talking prior to this game about Keegan Ekstrom and how Gelati has kind of played that role. And that's what I'm seeing in Moats right now. That's what the Knights did for years. But they would throw him in there around the end, and he would just bust loose for 30 or 40 yards.
It is a Tionesta Builder Supply first down at the Eisenhower 25. This drive being built by Tionesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippensville, Tionesta, online at tionestabuilders.us. Give this time to Moats up the middle. He's tripped up.
That last carry by Moats put the Bobcats at 200 yards rushing.
And it also put them inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza online at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut. Now at the Eisenhower 17. Second down and 3. Give to Scalise. Scalise picks his way through the defense for another Tie Nesta Builder Supply first down. And Seneca going to be able to pick up another first down, as it'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. And give to Scalise, and he was tripped up, I think, by his own man there.
Yeah, I don't think there were any Knight defenders ahead of him.
I think he just ran into the blocker's foot. Gets a 3-yard gain down to the 9.
Scalise with 7 carries and 27 yards so far. Four of those carries here in the second half, 22 of those yards, or 22 of those 27 yards here in the second half.
Moats will check back in for Scalise. And you can see, I didn't pick it up on camera, but as he came off the sideline, he kind of smacked his helmet like he knew.
Yeah.
Because if he's not tripped up, I think he walks into the end zone on that play. And the give is to Moats right up the gut, and he's in for the Seneca touchdown.
He did not get tripped up.
He did not. Well, I tried to get the fireworks, but they went right up into the lights, and the camera didn't like that. Sorry, folks. I tried to get them, but.
And you got to think, as happy as Scalise is, I'm sure that his teammate scored a touchdown. You got to think he's just kind of kicking himself there because that should have been his.
And BB misses the extra point, so your score with 8:02 to play in the Acrisure third quarter, Seneca 27. Eisenhower nothing. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Need plumbing, heating, or air conditioning services in Western PA? Then call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning in Clarion today at 814-226-8695. At Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, we believe that a service-oriented business like ours should give you quality care and a quick response time. That's why we stand on our promise, offering you reliable 24-hour service that gets your job done right when you need it. We can also be found on the web at lutonsplumbing.com. Again, that number is 814-226-8695.
Zach Moats with his second touchdown of the day has Seneca out in front 27-0 over Eisenhower. Cameron Beebe getting set to kick it away for the Bobcats. And Logan Penley's been the only Knights returner who's touched the ball more than once. We'll see if Beebe goes back to him or tries somebody else. Lookenhouse and Jacobzak also back deep for the Knights. And a short kick this time, and it will go out of bounds.
And going off of the returns that the Knights have had, that's not a bad decision.
We've got an injured player down on the far side of the field. I believe that is a Seneca player that's down.
Would have been you got to think non-contact. Nothing really happened there.
Yeah, not sure what the issue is there, but while they tend to him, we are going to step aside. It's Allegheny Girl of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Danny Carter was the injured Bobcat, was able to get up and walk off under his own power. So good news there, hopefully. And Knights will take over at their own 35. Give is to Penley. Tried to pick his way through and then was met. That was number 70, Austin Jacobs, on the stop after about a 3-yard gain.
You know, the PA announcer saying they're out of chili and mac and cheese. I could tell you where none of it went. It's been announcing their food all the first half, and Brian and I are up here salivating.
Second down and 7 coming up for the Knights. And give to Penley again. And again, he'll gain about 3, maybe 4 yards. And then the hole closes quickly. Bring up a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 4.
You got to think the Knights are just trying to slow things down, get their footing a little bit, get some sort of rhythm going, although that clock is ticking and they got a lot of ground to make up.
And under pressure, immediately gets the pass away, and it's caught. Believe that was Giesing. No, it's Chase on the reception, and he's going to have a Ty-Nesta Builder Supply first down.
And that's surprising. Good job by Jacobs, because Eden Lucas was all over that right from the snap.
Mm-hmm. And the Knights are into Seneca territory at the Bobcats 46. And like you said, Cody, was getting Jacobzak on that bootleg rolling out. Got the completed pass. Toss to Penley. And Penley will gain about 4. Make it a 2nd and 6. So we're under 6 minutes to go in the Acrisure third quarter. And Jacobzak pitches to Penley late. And Penley slices his way through a couple of defenders. We'll make it a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning 3rd down and 2. Another 4-yard gain there for Penley. And that was a very late pitch there by Jacobzak and kind of low.
But the Knights are still moving the ball down the field. They're getting positive yardage here, however they're able to do it. I think right now, if you're Eisenhower, you got to ignore the score almost and just put points on the board, and that seems to be the path they're headed.
3rd and 2. Give to Penley right off left tackle. He's got the Ty-Nesta Builder Supply first down. This drive being built by Ty-Nesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippensville and Ty-Nesta and online at tynestabuilders.us. 4:45 to go, Acrisure third quarter. Knights looking for their first points of the ball game. Second time they've driven deep into Seneca territory. First time ended in a fumble. We'll see if they can cash in here. But again, taken a very long time to get the play call in.
Yeah, it's pretty clear there's no sense of urgency. Whether you agree with that or not, but there is no sense of urgency right now. And I think the focus is let's just score, and then we'll worry about urgency.
Jacobzak in the gun. Looking to throw, steps up, looking for Chase. He's got him, and it's broken up. Great defensive play. That ball hung up, and we've got a late flag in the backfield. Buscemi with the breakup, but this could be a huge penalty.
And Jacobzak got away with one there. That was almost picked off.
That ball just hung up on him. It is a personal foul, roughing the passer against Seneca. The Bruno Iarfito Wrestling Camp penalty against the Bobcats will give the Knights a free first down and move them inside the Pizza Hut red zone. Again, this game moving quickly enough that there's still time for you to order a fresh out pizza now online at pizzahut.com, where no one outpizzas the Hut. And that is one prediction, Cody, in the pregame that we got absolutely right. This game is flying.
It is. It really is.
Under 4 minutes to go, Acrisure third quarter. And give us to Chambers. Chambers picking his way through the defense, still on his feet. And down to the 11.
Chambers' first carry of the second half.
And just second of the game, man.
Yes, second of the game. I mean, the Knights total have 78 yards on the ground. And they with that carry, just hit 100 yards total offense.
Second down and 4 coming up at the 11. And we are going to have a timeout taken by the Bobcats. We'll be back. More Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Located at 16 West Main Street in Youngsville, Cam's Logging Supplies and Outdoor Wear's goal is to provide customers in Warren County with logging supplies, boots, and clothing at a reasonable price and within a short distance from home. We also offer so much more, including indoor golf and axe throwing, games of chance, and local pool leagues. If there's something you want and we don't have it, let us know and we will be happy to try and find it for you. At Cam's, we also sell hunting and fishing licenses and look forward to serving you. Give us a call today at 814-688-3146. Stop in and see us or visit us online at camsloggingsupplies.com.
Yeah, welcome back. Coming out of this Seneca timeout. 3:15 to play, Acrisure third quarter. Knights knocking on the door at the Bobcats 11, have a second down and 4. Jacobzak under center, and we get movement up front. And the official's going to come together and talk about who moved first.
One of the Knights offensive linemen actually fall backwards.
And the way everybody's moving, it looks like this is going to be another Bruno Iarfito Wrestling Camp penalty on the Bobcats. Neutral zone infraction gives Eisenhower a tight nested builder supply first down, and that is a first and goal now at the 6. Jacobzak under center. Give is to Logan Penley. Gets to the 5 and then driven back. Just a 1-yard gain on first down.
You know, during the break, Brian, we were talking about potential plays that Eisenhower could run here. And I was explaining to you as we came back on to the game. You know, they've ran that option 3 or 4 times so far this game. They have yet to pitch it. And I'd be curious to see if they're able to pull the Bobcats in and pitch that and get Penley around the outside.
2nd and goal. And Jacobzak keeps it himself, weaves his way through, but gets stopped at the 4. So again, just a 1-yard gain, and he was hit immediately after getting the ball on this snap. How he got away from that.
The Bobcats coming off the ball, I don't know if they have figured something out about Eisenhower and their cadence, but them coming off that ball, they're almost coming off the snap faster than the Knights are. It's almost like they know the cadence every time.
Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and goal from the 4. And we saw Jacobzak drew the Bobcats offside once already, picked up a 1st down to get them at 1st and goal. Might not be a bad idea to try to do it again here. Pitch to Penley. Looking for Giesing. Penley around the corner, and he's in for the Eisenhower touchdown. 4 yards for Logan Penley.
And it was a good job by Penley to he thought about cutting it up a little bit early, and that defensive back sort of had a good position on him, might have stopped him at the goal line. He pushed it out a little bit further and was able to basically walk into the end zone.
Wilkins on to attempt the extra point. His kick nearly blocked, but it is good. With 1:32 to play in the Acrisure 3rd quarter, Eisenhower on the board, but still trailing 27-7. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
This is Chris Rossetti from the YDL Sports Network, and I want to take a moment to tell you about my friend Paul Burdick. Paul is the Dean of District 9 Photography, and he is here to serve your needs with action photos, team photos, and so much more. Paul has shot everything from Little League through the pros and is a regular at PIAA championship events and Penn State football. Find out more or buy a photo at pburdick.smugmug.com. Are you looking for an upcoming, young, energetic photographer to shoot your team or individual athlete? Then contact Anima TV today at 814-594-5783. Anna's work has been used in many publications over the last few years, including right here on the YDL Sports Network. Find out more at animatvphotography.com.
Logan Penley with a 4-yard touchdown run has Eisenhower on the board. And with that touchdown, congratulations to Marissa Grubbs, our Rocket Detailing contestant for the 3rd quarter. She has won herself a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. To enter, visit rocketdetails.com. Wilkins getting set to kick. And, Cody, we were discussing during the break there whether it wouldn't make sense for Eisenhower, as much as they don't like to try to kick this one deep and give their defense a chance to force a long field. They will squib it up, and it'll be falling on at the 38.
Yeah, and I don't like that. As we were talking about, if their defense hasn't really been able to stop the Bobcats, but let's just say they do, and they force Seneca to punt the ball, you're looking at getting the ball back, at the 35, 40-yard line, as opposed to now, even if you stop them right where they're at, barring some significant loss of yards, you're going to get the ball back inside your own 20. When you're trying to come back a few more scores, you don't want to that 30 yards is going to make a big difference.
So they officially spotted at the 39. That's where the Bobcats will start. On Harwood, we'll give to Scalise, and Scalise with a big collision pushes the pile forward out to the 46, and a flag comes in late. Would be right now a 7-yard gain. There's a dead ball personal foul against Seneca. Another Bruno Iarfito Wrestling Camp penalty against the Bobcats. Gotten a little sloppy here in the Acrisure 3rd quarter.
I might have jinxed them. That's their 4th penalty in the second half, 5th of the game, after saying that was the only thing they needed to clean up.
And so that will take them all the way back to the 32. And that was a dead ball penalty, so the down counts. It's 2nd down now. And looks like about 17 to go. So a pretty costly penalty there. Not sure what the personal foul was or who it was on, but certainly not putting their team in the best position right now.
And they have a good lead, but you start giving Eisenhower gifts, it might change.
And a stop right at the line of scrimmage. That was Moats on the carry. And got back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe it'll be Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 17. When you get backed up on 3rd and long, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning to get you moving again. Visit them online, lutonsplumbing.com.
I mean, I think it's safe to say that penalties strongly assisted Eisenhower scoring on that last drive.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to keep doing that. I mean, you have the lead. You pretty much got this game locked up if you just keep doing what you've been doing. But if you get sloppy, you start handing them penalties and put things, the momentum at Eisenhower's, they can make it a game.
Possibly the last play of the 3rd quarter here with 5 seconds to go. No, Seneca's going to take another timeout with 3 seconds left in the Acrisure 3rd quarter. I wonder if they thought maybe they weren't going to have to run another play before the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I'm not sure what decision-making process went into that timeout. But again, Eisenhower coming back 20 more points, it's probably unlikely. However, if they're able to get a couple of quick scores, all of a sudden you're Seneca, you've used 2 timeouts, those things, they can come back to haunt you. I just think that, maybe we're getting a little too loose.
For as sharp as they were in the first half, they've gotten a little sloppy here in the 3rd quarter.
It's been a contrast in a negative way.
So 3 seconds to go, Acrisure 3rd quarter, 3rd and 17 for Seneca. Harwood back in the gun looking to throw. Set up a screen, and it's incomplete. Was looking for Buscemi, but just threw it right over his head. And that is the final play of the 3rd quarter. We head to the 4th quarter. Seneca 27, Eisenhower 7, Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
4th and 17 for Seneca as we start the Elwood National Forge 4th quarter. Isaiah Cadden to kick. Gets it away. It's a nice kick. Jacobzak back to receive. It bounces and takes a big Seneca bounce all the way down to the 24-yard line. And our 4th quarter again brought to you tonight by Elwood National Forge. It's never too soon nor too late. Just set another goal or dream another dream. If now is the time for you, Elwood National Forge can help. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance to start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com. And our 4th quarter contestant tonight is Aaron Richardson. Aaron has already won a free car wash at the Zip Zap Car Wash. If the Knights score a touchdown during the 4th quarter, Aaron will win a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. To enter, go to rocketdetails.com. 1st and 10 for the Knights at their own 24. The give is to Gelati, and Gelati down the sideline and taken down, caught from behind by Buscemi, but not before he gets into Seneca territory. And that's that speed we were talking about in the pregame, Cody.
Yeah, Gelati mixing it up. They got a heavy dose of Penley on that last drive. First carry of this drive. Let's give you some wheels. Let's show you what kind of speed we have.
29 yards on the first play of the fourth quarter for Eisenhower.
And the Knights needed that. They needed to make up that big chunk of yards and get on the Bobcats side of the field.
Tionesta Builder Supply, first down at the Seneca 47. Jacob Zach back to pass, under pressure. There's that screen right to Logan Penley.
And that was Rylan Harwood, kind of got rolled in under where Penley was going to run, and then Penley kind of had to try to maneuver over top of him.
But they tried to take advantage of that pin your ears back mentality on the pass rush, and they pick up about 6 yards on the screen. And, again, we mentioned a while ago, it has cooled significantly as we see, or you can see in number 54, Brandon Stankovic coming off the field, looks like maybe cramping up a little bit. And, we're talking almost a 30-degree difference from when players first came out for warm-ups.
It's a little chilly up here. I could say that.
Second down and 4. Give us to Gelati, looking for blockers on the left side. He picks up enough for a Tionesta Builder Supply first down to the Seneca 35. And a player is still down, and I think it's Gelati. No, excuse me. Gelati was slow to get up, but there's also a Seneca player down.
Gelati able to walk off the field.
And again, we are seeing a number of players going over to the sidelines and stretching, and again, that's you always worry about it when it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
But these nights when it's 70 during the day and it drops down to low 40s at night, as that is
Nick Olson
coming off and walking off under his own power, which is what you like to see.
And another factor that goes into it, when it's going to be 80 degrees and high humidity, you have it ingrained in you. Drink water all day. Drink water the days before. When it's going to be 65 at the start of the game, 40, 45, 50 while you're playing, you don't think that. And sometimes you don't consume as much hydration prior to the game.
So it is a first down and 10 at the Seneca 35 for the Knights, trailing by 20. They send Chambers in motion. Fake to him. Jacob Zach will keep himself, and he's going to get hit and stop for a loss.
Yeah, the Bobcats are not falling for that fake and Jacob Zach around the outside and the option they've been trying to run. They have been sniffing those out all game.
A loss of 4 on the play. We'll make it 2nd and 14 from the Seneca 39.
Second down and 13 for the Knights.
9:30 to go. Elwood National Forge, fourth quarter. Pitch is to Penley. And Penley picks up some blockers down the right side, stays on his feet, and gets close to first down yardage. We'll see where they spot him. If he's short, it's by about an inch and a half.
Hey, if it's not a first down, it is as close as it can get.
And they are signaling it is a Tionesta Builder Supply first down for the Knights. This drive being built by Tionesta Builder Supply with locations in Shippensville and Tionesta, online at tionestabuilders.us.
Penley with 8 carries, 34 yards here in his second half. He's got 13 carries for 63 yards on the game.
Knights at the Seneca 25. Looking to make this a 2-score game here with 8:45 to go. Elwood National Forge, fourth quarter. Low snap. Give is to Penley. Gaping hole on the left side. And Logan Penley is down to the 15. It's another Tionesta Builder Supply first down. And the Knights have entered the Pizza Hut red zone. Still time for you to order a fresh hot pizza online now at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the hut.
And this Eisenhower offense here in the second half is night and day compared
No pun
to what
intended.
Yeah. It's night and day compared to what they were in the first half.
1st and 10 from the 15. Give us to Chambers. Chambers shakes a tackle. Ryan Chambers still on his feet and is brought down at the 6.
What a maneuver by Chambers to get through that defense. He had blue jerseys all around him and somehow was able to get positive yards there.
Maybe 2nd and looks like about 2. So again, the Knights on the verge of putting the ball in the end zone, but still no sense of urgency, Cody, with 7:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
Which is a shame, because if they're able to score here, I mean, it's safe to say it's become somewhat of a ball game, and with some luck, which they've had here in the second half.
And they're going to get called for a delay of game.
When you're trying to come back 20 points and you get a delay of game, that of all the penalties, that's a problem.
Bruno Iorfito wrestling camp penalty on the Knights. I think that's the first accepted penalty against Eisenhower.
It is.
Comes here with 7:05 to play in the Elwood National Forge fourth quarter.
And you don't need my stat pages to know that either.
Well, every once in a while, Cody, I'm able to pay attention to things. Give this to Penley. Penley trying to weave his way through traffic and not much there. He'll get stopped at the 10. Gain of about a yard, and now it's a Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, 3rd down and 5. Knights can pick up another first down without getting in the end zone. Need to get down to at least the 5-yard line.
And I think it goes without saying that it is 4-down territory. Again, I'd like to see that option, but I'd like them to pitch that ball, because I think you're going to get a big gain if you do it.
3rd and 5. Jacobzak rolling out, has all kinds of green in front of him. Caleb Jacobzak going to go 10 yards for the Eisenhower touchdown. Well, there's that bootleg action you were talking about, and I don't think Jacobzak was ready for as much green as was in front of him.
No, sometimes that can make you hesitate a little bit.
Wilkins on to attempt the extra point. High snap. Kick just got away, and Wilkins punched it through. 6:09 to play. Elwood National Forge, fourth quarter. Knights trying to make it a ball game, trailing 27-14 to Seneca. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the Whitey All Sports Network.
The orthodontists of Cole Orthodontic Associates have been crafting beautiful, healthy smiles in north central Pennsylvania and south central New York since 1960. As board-certified dental specialists in orthodontics, Cole Orthodontic Associates offer a wide variety of services, including early intervention, traditional and clear braces, and orthognathic surgery. Cole Orthodontic Associates also offer Invisalign clear aligners. Call 814-781-7800 to schedule an appointment today.
A 10-yard touchdown run by Caleb Jacobzak has made it a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter. Seneca leading 27-14. Knights getting set to kick off. A little surprised Seneca in normal kick return formation. You'd think maybe put the hands team out, knowing that Eisenhower likes to squib. Wilkins now going to flip sides of the field, play a little mind games here with the Bobcats.
Yeah, and Eisenhower likes to squib. You got to think this is going to be, I would venture to say, a full-on onside kick. They're not lined up specifically for that, but
And with that touchdown, congratulations to Aaron Richardson winning a $75 gift certificate to Rocket Detailing. High bounce, and Gelati waited too long. Ball on the ground. Seneca has it.
And that was the kick they wanted. I mean, that was a beautiful onside kick.
Gelati was just up in the air waiting for it. And somebody came flying in. I couldn't see who it was, but jumped right in front of Gelati. He had a beat on it.
Yeah, the Bobcats dodged one there.
But Gelati just needed to reach up and grab it. And Seneca will have great field position at the Eisenhower, looks like 47. But that was very, very close, Cody.
Yeah, so if you're the Knights right now, I mean, you don't come back in this game, I don't think, unless you're able to force a turnover here pretty quickly.
Yeah, it got to be, first or second down kind of turnover situation here. And Harwood gives to Scalise, late handoff. And Scalise makes his way down to the 39, or excuse me, the 44. 3-yard gain. Make it second down and 7. And that was a very, very late pull on that handoff by Harwood. As Motes checks in for Scalise. Again, I see another Bobcat player down on the sideline getting stretched out. Second and 7 coming up for Seneca as we approach 5 minutes to go. Elwood National Forge fourth quarter. Motes right up the gut. A big collision. It looks like the Knights may have done more damage to each other. Jacobs acts slow to get up. But that is a Tynesta Builder Supply first down run for Motes.
Puts Motes at 163 yards for the game. Just 44 here in the second half. He's only carried the ball 4 times. Anthony Scalise been the main ball carrier here in the second.
First and 10 now at the Eisenhower 37. As Harwood shifts Motes, sends Buscemi in motion and gives to him. And Buscemi around the right side. Solid gain. So you got down to the 32, give him 5.
It's Buscemi's first carry today.
Second down and 5. With just about 4 minutes left in this one. Another first down, and Seneca could basically put this game away. And now Harwood, all kinds of shifting, and now the Bobcats are going to have to take their final timeout. Not sure what Harwood saw when he got up to the line of scrimmage, but had all kinds of motion and moving players around.
Yeah, it's hard to say. But utilizing their final timeout, I don't think that's probably going to come into play at this point. We're under 4 minutes. And you got to go back to the 2 scoring drives for the Knights. No urgency. And how much time that would have saved, it's hard to say. If they were a little more urgent, maybe they would have been a little, had some more mistakes. But there was no urgency there. And, pretty much ran the play clocks all the way down. Just about every
got
play.
called for a
And then-
delay of game. They're close to the 5-yard line. It's
so even if it was a couple of minutes, that makes it a 4 minutes left, 6 minutes left. So
second and 5 coming up out of the timeout. And Harwood going to keep it himself and slides down, but he slid short of the first down marker.
it's Harwood's first carry in the second half.
And it is Luton's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, third down and 1. But again, this will allow Seneca to knock some more time off the clock. And even if they don't get it here, you go for it on fourth down. I mean, you're gonna take this thing down right around 2 minutes to go. And even if you don't pick it up on either of these plays.
And that Harwood carry put the Bobcats over 300 offensive yards tonight.
And Harwood back in the gun, has Moats. Fakes to him, Harwood. And gets around the edge and out of bounds. Not sure why he ran out of bounds.
Run out the clock and going out of bounds, but.
And a flag, and there's going to be a hold against Seneca. Bruno Iorfito wrestling camp penalty, and now another flag after the play. I think they're going to get Seneca coach Jack Corey for unsportsmanlike on top of the hold.
And look here, the hold is bad enough. He's upset with his players, whatever.
But the hold wipes out what would have been the first down run, and now it backs them up even more.
Yeah, and a hold is what it is, but you're up 27-14. There's 3 minutes left. I think you just go about yourself in a little different demeanor in that situation.
Well, and you can understand why Corey's fired up. That holding penalty wipes out what would have been basically a game-clinching first down, and now they are all the way back in Knights territory. And it is third and
forever.
A lot. They've got 25 on the scoreboard, so we'll go with that, 3rd and 25. When you get backed up on 3rd and long, call Luton's Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning and get you moving again. Online, lutonsplumbing.com.
It's always my favorite.
Buscemi in motion. They give to him. And Buscemi's going to pick up a couple of yards, but that's it. And Eisenhower's going to take a timeout.
Which, again, hearkening back to those two drives, Eisenhower makes that stop there to force 3rd and, forever, or 4th and forever. But you're taking the timeout now to stop the clock. You could have saved a lot of time on those two drives, and I just can't get that out of my mind.
Like you said, easily 2 minutes plus with the amount of time that they were taking in the huddle and getting the plays in, and now you're looking, it's 2:53 to go in the ball game. You're down 2 scores.
Yeah, if the mentality was, well, we're going to put points on the board, we're going to get some positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If things go our way and we happen to get a turnover, so be it. If we can come back and win, that'd be great. But we want to just leave this game with something positive, a strong half. I would get it. But then you would think they wouldn't call a timeout there. Just get this game over with and forget about it and move on. Calling the timeout there, it just doesn't make sense.
And again, I mean, I guess if you think you can score quickly.
I absolutely think that when you get the ball, you got to start taking shots down the field.
But you've got to think there's confidence in that kickoff game to get an onside kick recovery. Cadden will be back to punt. It's Jacobzak back to receive. Cadden got off a great punt the last time he was out there.
Yeah, I think you got to send the house here.
And now they send Penley back. And short kick, and Penley muffs it. And then fell on it.
Somehow.
And a flag comes in late. Another flag.
Somehow that ball didn't go anywhere after he muffed it. It just stopped dead, and Penley was able to get on it.
An interesting call here. The flag came in as players were coming on, and it is another personal foul against the Bobcats.
Brian, this is the last time that I ever say a team needs to clean up penalties when they only have one. It's been downhill ever since. They had one penalty in the first half.
Yeah.
They have 7 here in the second half. Many of them, several of them, 15-yard. 4 of those 7 are 15-yarders.
So now Eisenhower is going to start at its own 37.
And for the Bobcats, with 2:45 left to go, it's probably not going to matter, but it leaves a sour taste in your mouth with a win.
Well, and now Jacobzak's going to be in the gun. Gets the snap, quick pass, looking for Chase, and it goes right through his hands.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not the time of the game where you can afford to have drop passes, especially when the wide receiver is maybe going to have some running room afterwards.
Yeah, he shakes a tackle there, and Chase had nothing but green in front of him. We'll make it 2nd down and 10. And the Knights have 2 timeouts remaining.
Now, I won't be surprised if we see Jacobzak roll out one side or the other here, give him some options that if he's unable to hit a receiver, get out of bounds, but get some positive yards.
Drops back, has time. Now fires downfield, and it is picked off by Buscemi. And a flag comes in on the run back. Buscemi's going to be taken down around the 43, but there's a flag all the way back at the 32.
And what was a fast-moving game.
Has slowed down considerably. Yes. Blocking the back during the return against the Bobcats. Another Bruno Iarfito wrestling camp penalty. This one will back them up, but I don't think they're going to particularly care that much. And their whole objective right now is to run this final 2:27 off the clock and get out of here with a win.
Yeah, and like I said, it's going to be a win. It's going to be a win with a little bit of a sour taste in your mouth because this second half of the Bobcats has not been pretty offensively and defensively. And then, as far as discipline goes,
yeah,
even if a couple of those penalties you could say were toss-ups or questionable, you still have 8-1 from the second half to the first half.
So Seneca takes over at its own 22. Knights do have 2 timeouts remaining. Give is to Scalise. He spins away from a tackle and falls forward out to the 24. And Eisenhower not going to use its timeout here, and probably wisely so.
Yes, I would agree. I think at this point, you just want the game to finish up, get cleaned up, get on the bus, go home, and start the new week.
So Seneca's going to keep pace here with Mercyhurst Prep. The problem for the Bobcats in the region standings is that they have already lost to the Lakers. Give us to Moats around the edge, and Moats slows up and gets out for a Tynesta Builder Supply first down, and that should do it here. Seneca can just kneel on it with 91 seconds left in the Elwood National Forge fourth quarter. Eisenhower now going to fall 2 behind Mercyhurst in the loss column. Stay with us for the Icy Inc. post-game show. We'll have final game stats and our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. Harwood back in the gun. And he will hand it off to Scalise. Big hit there by Habach. And 1 yard gain there by Scalise as we're under 20 seconds to go in the Elwood National Forge fourth quarter. think the Bobcats are going to have to run one more play here, snap it one more time. So if it's anywhere close, and I think the officials would be wise to just let them run off the field, and they do.
Yes.
So your final, Seneca 27, Eisenhower 14. As the fireworks go off for the Bobcats, they hold home field with a victory, 27-14 over Eisenhower. Seneca moves to 5-2 on the season, 2-1 in Region 3 play. Eisenhower falls to 4-3 and 2-2. Again, stay with us. We'll be back with the Icy Inc. post-game show, Allegheny Girl and Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Ready to break into a rewarding career? Elwood National Forge can help. Elwood National Forge produces critical defense-rated parts to all branches of the United States military, meaning each day our employees are doing their part to support the men and women protecting our country. With multiple positions currently available and several career paths to choose from, Elwood National Forge offers on-site and on-the-job training, competitive pay and benefits, including 401k and insurance that start the date of hire, paid time off, and long-term job security. We'd love to support you in building a career. To learn more about becoming part of the Elwood National Forge family, visit enfjobs.com.
Golfing at one of the prettiest golf courses around is what you get when you play around at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tonesta. Located in the Allegheny Mountains with a spectacular view of the Allegheny River, Hunter Station offers something for everyone. The rolling hills of the front nine, coupled with a back nine situated along the banks of the Allegheny River, create some of the best views in all of northwestern PA. And when you're done with your round, enjoy a delicious meal or a cold drink in our restaurant and bar. Looking for a place to stay? Hunter Station has you covered there too with play and stay packages. Find out more at hunterstation.com.
Are you sick of all the madness and hassle of traditional fundraisers? Well, then let us give you a big, warm welcome to the Tap and Pay Plus fundraising app. Thanks to Tap and Pay Plus, it's now easy for your team or group to gain online donations from supporters anywhere. Simply shop, earn, and support the team every single day. Learn more about our simple and easy fundraising app at www.tapandpayplus.com.
Icy Ink Screen Printing and Embroidery offers screen printing and embroidery on apparel as well as on cool gear like backpacks, window decals, and engraved tumblers. We also specialize in team, business, and organization fundraisers. Check out our Icebox stores online at icyyyinc.com or give us a call at 814-688-0034. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy.
When most places start preparing for a long winter's nap, we start living our best life. The mountainsides burning with color ignite something inside that now is the time to embrace what's around us. Warren County, Pennsylvania really is paradise, as we are surrounded with beautiful places and smiling faces. Warren County, Pennsylvania. Find your adventure, find your peace.
When it's your special day, we know you want everything to be just perfect. That's why at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, we spared no expense in creating our new indoor-outdoor wood-framed event center with waterfalls, gorgeous views of the Allegheny River, a fire pit, and plenty of parking. The Allegheny Grill in Foxburg will take care of everything from catering to bartending, so all you have to do is bring the fun. We do it all for your wedding, anniversary party, corporate event, and so much more. One look at our new facility and we know you'll fall in love. And remember, the view is always free at the Allegheny Grill in Foxburg, PA.
Welcome into the Icy Inc. post-game show. Your final here from Seneca, the Bobcats 27, Eisenhower 14. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs, call Icy Inc. at 814-688-0034 or visit them at icyinc.com. That's icyyyinc.com. Let's meet, drink coffee, and design some cool shirts. Be cool, wear Icy. And as you see the Bobcats exiting the field, we'll try to get our Allegheny Girl of Foxburg player of the game up here for our Cole Orthodontic Associates player interview here shortly. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. Score a great round of golf at Hunter Station Golf Club just outside of Tionesta, online at hunterstation.com.
Thank you, Brian. What was a fast-paced game got slowed up in the second half. Seneca started things off in the first at 8:32. Moats was able to take it around the Eisenhower side of the field, 55 yards for the score. BB got the kick to go up 7-0. Then in the second, with 10:36 to go, Harwood takes in a 1-yard run after Moats got him up there with a 12-yard carry to put the Bobcats up 14-0. BB got that kick as well. Later on in the second with 2:09 to go, it was Harwood faking the handoff and taking it himself for his second and the Bobcats' third score of the game to go up 21-0. BB with the kick. And in the third, with 8:02 left to go, Moats up the middle for his second with a 10-yard score. The kick failed, and the Bobcats were up 27-0 with 1:32 to go in the third. Eisenhower got their first points of the game after a long night's drive with some help from some Bobcat penalties. Penley was able to carry the ball 4 yards for the first score, 27-7 after the Wilkins kick. And the Eisenhower Knights at 6:09, Jacob Zach with a 10-yard quarterback keeper around the Bobcats side of the field to make it a 2-score game. Wilkins got that kick as well. Leads us to our final score, 27-14.
That was our Hunter Station Golf Club scoring summary. Visit them online, hunterstation.com. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. This is high school football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Excellence, teamwork, responsibility. Those are the foundations on which Phoenix Sintered Metals in Brockway is built. Phoenix is a Verischetti family-owned powder metal manufacturer committed to being an industry leader through excellence, innovation, and continuous improvement. Phoenix emphasizes employee teamwork as well as responsibility to the community. Like any team striving to be the best it can be, it knows that hard work and perseverance pay off.
Welcome back to the Icy Ink post-game show. This is our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game. The Allegheny Grill of Foxburg, where you come for the food and stay for the view. The Allegheny Grill is a great place to watch the big game. Find out more, AlleghenyGrill.com. And this is our Cole Orthodontic Associates post-game interview. Cole Orthodontic Associates with convenient locations in Ridgeway, St. Mary's, and Warren. You can get your game-winning smile with Cole Orthodontic Associates. And our player of the game, Seneca's Rylan Harwood, the quarterback for the Bobcats. And Riley, you guys got things started offensively right away. You get a big 3-and-out to start the game and then just march right down the field. What was working so well for you early on the offense?
So far, it was just the run game at first. We really had a good game plan against them. We had the pulling guards. They didn't really know how to arrive at that. Our O-line was a big part of today, giving me time to pass, giving the running backs time to run. It was really amazing seeing them all come together after a couple rough losses these past few weeks.
And you got some space to run, and then you were breaking tackles left and right, especially in the early going of the game. What were you seeing that allowed you to escape some of those tackles and pick up the extra yards?
Well, they were tackling a little low, so I know I'm a pretty agile guy. I know I can run around people. They're tough,
Yeah.
but I was able to get around them a couple times, sprung some loose. But hey, they kept me in check mostly.
In the second half, it seemed, especially late in the game there, a couple of big penalties kind of put you guys in a bad position. What was going on the field that was leading to some of those penalty calls? And then how were you able to overcome it as a team and hold on for the win?
These refs, they usually like to, in high school football, they like to keep it closer. So, some things that maybe would have went fly in the first half, they would cut down on a little bit in the second half. But we really just said, trust our guys. It's up to us, not up to them. Everything is controlled by us. So that's what we did, and we won.
And then when they scored to get their second touchdown, they get that big high bounce on the onside kick that everybody wants to get, right? And it looked like they were going to be right in perfect position to get that ball. And then one of your guys, and I apologize, I missed who it was. Somebody came flying in late there. How big a recovery was that for you guys in this victory?
That was a huge recovery. Shout out. That was AJ Scalise, by the way, number 24.
There you go. Thank you very much.
Yeah. He came in flying in. Yeah. It was kind of a volleyball set, so I was impressed. He knew what he wanted to do, and he did it. It was impressive. He shot his shot. The coach are always saying, shoot your shot, and he did it.
And how big a victory is this for you guys? You keep pace. You're only one game behind Mercyhurst Prep in the region standings. How big a win is this for you, and how much confidence does it give you going forward?
It's huge. We haven't beat these guys. They've kind of owned us in a way, but this year we got to get back. they're tough. I'll give them that. But we really just came together this year. We feel like we have a really solid team, and we put them to bed.
Our Allegheny Grill of Foxburg player of the game, Seneca's Rylan Harwood. Riley, congratulations on the win, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be right back with more of the Icy Ink post-game show. Allegheny Grill of Foxburg High School football on the YDL Sports Network.
Whether retirement is just around the corner or years away, John Bongiovanni, Lucas Slazak, and Adam Jack of Generational Wealth Management in Erie and Bradford are here for you. John, a Forbes-recognized best-in-state wealth advisor, Lucas and Adam provide customized investment advisory solutions and retirement planning services. Generational Wealth Management offers world-class investment services and internationally recognized insurance products from Northwestern Mutual, an industry leader. The Generational Wealth Management team provides a high level of expertise and service to their professional and business clients. Contact the Erie office at 814-651-0838 or the Bradford office at 814-368-4065 or check them out online at gwm.nm.com.
Welcome back to the Icy Ink post-game show. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs, call Icy Ink at 814-688-0034. Visit them online at icyink.com. Your final, Seneca over Eisenhower 27-14. Now let's take a look at our Janie Montgomery Scott and Clarion final game stats. No matter where you are in life, just starting out in your peak earning years, nearing retirement, or contemplating your legacy, we're here for you. When you work with us, it's about going beyond investing. It's about connecting your life and your finances. JanieClarion.com.
We'll start with the Knights. They had 37 total offensive plays, 185 offensive yards, 28 passing, 157 total yards rushing. They averaged about 5 yards a play. Jacob Zach did have the 2 interceptions, 13 total first downs for the Knights. They did have a couple of long drives there in the second half. 2 fumbles. They did lose 1. Only 1 penalty on the Knights. So that's definitely a positive they can take away from today's game. And that penalty was 5 yards. Caleb Jacobzak had 7 carries for 10 rushes. Joe Gelati with 3 carries for 38 rushes. Jacobzak did have that touchdown run as part of his rushing stats. Logan Penley with 15 carries for 74 yards, and he had a touchdown as well. And Ryan Chambers with 3 carries for 27 yards. Jacobzak was 4 of 8 with 28 yards in the air. Did have those 2 interceptions, and his leading receiver was Logan Penley with 2 receptions for 10 yards. On the Bobcats side of the ball, 44 offensive plays, 314 yards total for the offense, 49 of those passing, and 265 on the ground. They averaged 7.1 yards per play, a full 2.1 yards more than the Knights did. They had 16 first downs, 1 sack, 9 penalties, 8 of those in the second half for over 100 yards in penalty yards. Rylan Harwood had 13 carries, 47 yards, 2 touchdowns, average about 3.6 yards per carry. Zach Moats with 14 carries, 171 yards. He had a couple of scores as well, averaged 12.2 yards per carry. And Anthony Scalise, a lot of his carries there in the second half. He had 11 carries for 40 yards, and he averaged 3.6 yards per carry. Harwood was 3 of 4 for 49 yards in the air, a couple of first downs. Buscemi was his top receiver with 2 receptions for 42 yards. An interesting stat here, the Bobcats had 167 yards rushing in the first half. They dropped down to 98 in the second, where the Knights had 56 yards rushing in the first half, and they almost doubled their rushing, finishing. They had 101 in the second.
Those were our Janie Montgomery Scott and Clarion final game stats. We're going to take one last look at our out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza Hut. Probably still time for you to fresh hot pizza online now at pizzahut.com, where no one out-pizzas the Hut. First in District 9, third quarter, Clearfield 35, Bald Eagle area, nothing. Bradford leading Smethport 27-12 in the fourth quarter. Final from Clarion, Central Clarion 63, Brockway, nothing. Otto Eldred leading Coudersport 36-18 in the third quarter. Kane over Brookville 20-14 in the fourth quarter. And Karn City with a massive lead in the fourth quarter over Red Bank Valley 61-7. huge win upcoming, looks like, for the Gremlins. Keystone leading Wanata 30-8 in the third quarter. Port Allegheny defeated St. Mary's 50-13. In the fourth quarter, DuBois leading Ridgeway 56-12. Union AC Valley with a 3-point lead, 23-20 over Punxsutawney in the fourth quarter. And in fourth quarter action, Cameron County 26, Sheffield 7. In District 10, in the fourth quarter, Cambridge Springs all over Cockerton 42-0. Conneaut leading Slippery Rock 7-6 in the third quarter. Corey with a 48-0 victory over Northeast. In the fourth quarter, Fairview leading Fort LaBeouf 10-0. Meadville on top of Franklin 49-6 in the third. Harbor Creek leading Girard 24-6 third quarter. In the fourth quarter, Hickory 49, Titusville 21. Northwestern leading Iroquois 12-7 at the half. In the third quarter, Greenville 36, Lakeview nothing. McDowell leading Cathedral Prep 30-13 in the third quarter. Sharpsville 28, Mercer 6 fourth quarter. Sharon blanks Grove City 35-0 final there for the Tigers. And in the third quarter, General McLean leading Warren 41-6. Farrell picks up a forfeit victory over Kennedy Catholic. The Kennedy Catholic had to forfeit due to a lack of healthy players. Tomorrow in District 9, Moshannon Valley's at Kerwinsville. In District 10, Erie is at Oil City and Wilmington is at Reynolds. And then last night, a couple of shutouts in District 10, Mercyhurst Prep over Union City 47-0 and Sagertown top Maplewood 23-0. That has been your look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by Pizza Hut. And Cody, real quick, final thoughts on this one.
I think that if Eisenhower would have come out with the same strategy, I guess, that they used in the second half, the same discipline, and they were a little bit more fired up in the second half, maybe this is a different game. Maybe it's a closer game. And as far as the Bobcats go, penalties aside, because that's sort of a blemish on a victory, but penalties aside, they played a very good game. The players played a very good game. I think they had a good strategy coming in. Added just enough of an air attack where Eisenhower had to respect that pass. And I think the Bobcats got to be feeling pretty good going into the tail end of the season.
Well, that will wrap it up for us here in week number 7. And next week is going to be a little bit interesting for us here on the YDL Sports Network. A Saturday doubleheader plan for you. We'll be initially out Sheffield potentially for the final time for the Wolverines to play on Wolverine Mountain. Those of you in Warner County know what's going on there. There's a proposal on the table to potentially close Sheffield High School beginning as early as next year. So we'll be out there. 1:30 kickoff for the Wolverines and Union City, a little D9-10 crossover action. And then Saturday evening, time and personnel permitting, we'll be back down at War Memorial Field as the Dragons welcome in Oil City for a nightcap. But that will be next week. Tonight, it's Seneca 27, Eisenhower 14. For Cody Elms, this is Brian Hagberg on the YDL Sports Network saying thank you so much for watching and have a great weekend.